So that means that this whole time, when you started TikTok in 2018, when you were on the cover of Cosmo, when you were shooting the cover in 2019, on the cover in April 2020, this whole time, even through a pandemic, you still had a full-time job.
Yeah. With all those brands through the pandemic, I had a 9 to 5 and we were working. I used to work like 17 hours sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was really hard for me to juggle the media stuff and corporate. Yeah.
Dump in the jump. Top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line, what you fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go, it's only up from there. I've been on my own, just running through the fields. Say vivid for the ears, I know that's how they like it. Yeah, I fantasize it. Tell me that it's real when it's all said and done. I said it how I fit it. I let them hear the fear of a passive aggressive. Angry black man with a passion. Steady grip while I shoot to the stars with a full clip. Jotting line with a loose leaf. Then I proofread till I lose sleep. Couldn't handle the truth when you're bed with the writing. Love at first sight, art over hype. Need a sound bite for the time capsule. Press play, they pause time.
Hey guys, we're live. So just to let you know, we are at the beautiful Sky Hotel in Sandton. And we're going live on TikTok. So as much as you guys are going to watch this, we are live. We're going to give it some time. I feel like you need to come a little closer.
Come a little bit closer.
Hey, hey.
Let me hold you, baby. I will be good to you. And be good to me.
Well, welcome to TikTok South Africa is live. I am so excited. My name is Moyin Oloruntoba. I am with Mr. Petey Jokes, who is in the building. Guys, can you see this beautiful background? Can you see this beautiful venue?
Oh, I feel like I'm in Caesar's palace.
Right? How stunning is this place?
Oh, tell you what, I'm getting married here.
Okay. Well, we're at the Sky Hotel in Sandton in Johannesburg. It is beautiful. And Dory, we even have some like exclusive content that's going to be coming to the YouTube channel, the A1 with Moy, coming soon. And just so that you know, we've done all our COVID, everything so that we can sit this close together. Otherwise, please, guys, to keep the distance, right? Keep your distance. But we've done the things so that we can have this chat with you today. So shout outs to TikTok South Africa for having us on. The Rising Voices, that campaign that they've been doing has been incredible. And it's been all about content creators. And so, as a content creator, Mr. Petey Jokes, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fabulous, man. By the way, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta just give you that.
We try.
No, I'm doing great, man. The weather's has started to get a little bit warmer than colder than it was. Mm-hmm. But I'm great. I'm amazing. Yeah. I feel great. My Vaseline tub is still full, so which means I can still moisturize.
Okay, cool. Well, it's all about content creators in Africa today. That's the conversation. You've been part of the Rising Voices campaign. Well, you guys have been going through trainings. You've been, really learning how to be amazing content creators, especially on the TikTok platform. But I want to know from you, when did you start on TikTok?
Yo, I think it was 2001. No, I'm joking. No, not 2001. I started.
The app wasn't even around in 2001.
I think the designer was still developing the app. No. I started TikTok in 2019. It was just towards the end. I don't know when though, but in 2019, it was before COVID. So yeah, that's when I discovered this beautiful.
So 2019, late 2019, that was kind of its early days in inception.
100%.
Did you go onto the app to create content, or did you just say, hey, let me just download this and just see how it works?
To be quite honest with you, I really felt like it was a calling in a sense. I know it just sounds too deep, but it's not that deep. It was a calling because as soon as I got on the app, I was like, this was made for me. Kind of selfish of me to say that because all of you guys are there now, but I felt like it was made for me in a sense where it just embodied everything that I am and what I wanted to put out. So I was like, I'm jumping on this and I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then it just happened. I lip synced, I danced, hey man, my lip syncs were bad, ×3. Back in the day, it was rough. But then I joined TikTok and then I've never logged off the app since then. Yeah.
Okay, so 2019, you jump on, like you said, you just felt like the app was made for you. Yeah. So you started creating straight off the bat. What did you start creating? Was it lip syncs? What kind of video did you start with?
Lip sync, because at the time I hadn't found myself and I didn't know what TikTok was expecting from me. Not that TikTok was expecting something from me, but I was still trying to find my feet in an essence. So I started doing a lot of lip syncs, because how I found out about TikTok is through someone's video of them lip syncing something else.
Okay.
So I was like, I can do this. I feel like I can even do better. But until I got on the app, then I had to do times 3. Slow it down a bit. And that was my first full videos, a few dance videos there and there.
Yeah.
It was before I started speaking a lot, because now I talk a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. But then when was that moment when you realized, oh, this is growing? Like the kind of video, was it a particular video that just blew up? Was it that you found your niche and people were just like, oh, we love you for this? What was that moment where you felt like, oh, I found my thing on this app?
I always felt like I had something to share with people, either my thoughts or whatever the case might be. So the lip syncs were really, helping me just like to settle in properly in the app, until I did a video where I was like, hey, don't flirt with me. I will flirt back and you will fall in love alone. And then once I did that sound, I saw people recreating the same sound I did. Then I was like, hey, how about I become one of the guys whom people come to their account and take sounds from and create more from what I said. So that's when I started finding my niche, and I was like, talk more, but also learn the other stuff on the side. So that was the one video that went wild. And when I reached 5,000 followers, I was like, hey, okay, now this is more than I have on the gram. It's more than I have on LinkedIn. It's more than I have on Facebook. Facebook, I have like 6 followers. No, it's not true. But yeah. So at 5,000, I was like, there's something here.
Yeah.
And that's why I stuck around.
So you then decided that, you were going to be the one creating the voices, creating the sounds.
Yeah.
And how often were you creating content on the app? Like, what was your regular schedule, TikTok schedule like as a content creator? Because you wanted it to be a thing, right?
100%. I think schedule is like Yale English. That's too deep English for me. I did not have a schedule. Here's the thing.
Okay.
When I said I fell in love with the app, I did not want to leave. You ever like experience when you're in a new relationship? You just want to be with them all the time. Call them, say good night, good morning. Hey, how's it going, boo thing? No, I know I just hung up, but I miss you. I miss you too. So that was me on TikTok. So what I'm trying to say is there was never a schedule. I never had like posted 6, posted 5. I was like, Prince, you have so much creativity in you.
Yeah.
Throw in the net and you don't know what fish you might catch, because there's so many aspects to a person's creativity than just one sort of a genre that they choose to go
True.
to. So I never had a schedule. I just posted every time. Obviously, as you grow.
What is post every time? Like, is that like a day? Is that, like once a day? Like, what was your frequency?
I would send a good night message to my girlfriend at 12 p.m. like during the day, which means I posted about 10 videos a day. 10. Just me talking stuff. 10. I know it's not a lot. Except when you're doing skits. Yeah, when you're doing skits, you can only do one a day, because now you have to change, be this guy, and then put a wig on, and then. But if I'm talking, fam, like I can just talk about how delicious the oranges were outside, you know.
So you've been obviously part of the Rising Voices training, and you guys have had incredible master classes and things like that. Knowing that you were able to find your specific thing that you enjoyed doing, what about the trainings did you feel like, that is something new, that is something I didn't know, and that's something I can incorporate into what I do?
110%. I feel like the Rising Voices for me has really just enabled me and other creators as well to really get exposure and nuggets from like various industry giants. And week in, week out, we had people coming in showing us and teaching us things that you'd have to pay thousands of rands for. And the insights we got was amazing. They taught us stuff, how to shoot, a lot of things that go into content creation that we didn't know, because sometimes people don't think there's opportunities here, but that's why we have such training, so that it shows people that there is a gap here, there's an opportunity here. And that's what I got, and I'm so sad that it's over. I'm just like not happy. TikTok, where do you live?
Well, they live on the app in everyone's homes, so so here you are, you've been creating content on this platform, you're getting equipped to even be better. Where do you want this to go? Like, what would be like the ultimate dream that you would want to pursue through TikTok?
TikTok has enabled me to actually pursue my music and launch my music career, because I've always been a musician before a comedian. So with the love and the support I've gotten on the app, I've been able to kind of like use that as a stepping stone to launch other things. My acting career has launched through TikTok. I've been in agencies for days, but then through TikTok, brands can contact directly, contact us directly, and we've got films. So it actually does boost. It does boost, and it helps a lot in terms of where you want to go. Look, the opportunities are endless. I think for me, it's just about knowing what is it that you want and working towards it on a daily basis, because not all days are the same. I go viral once a month on a good month. It's once a month. So there is a lot of opportunities, and I feel like the bar or the target here is just to be big. I'd like to work with Lionsgate, with Universal, with NBC Studios. I'd like to be signed under Universal Music. I'd like to really just take what I have and run with it.
Yeah. Now, did any of this media, music, acting, did you study any of it? Like, what was your life like before TikTok?
It was random. It was boring. Instagram picture flames. I'm telling you, the filter and all. 2 likes. This is life before TikTok. 2 likes. I tell you now. Literally TikTok has changed my life, because now I've got people who see me almost everywhere. So what is the question again? Just to make
What
sure.
were you doing before? Like, also, did you study this?
Oh,
like,
yeah. No. I did not study, but I've always had a passion for it. As a singer, those singers who sing in showers but never go for classes or music lessons, those type of things. So I've always had these things in me. But it was not so big, because I didn't have the platforms, or maybe I wasn't reaching the right communities, where else TikTok kind of helped, bridge that gap between the people you're trying to reach and what you bring to the people.
Yeah. Now, as a content creator, sometimes there's challenges that we face, and it's different for every creator. For you, were there any particular challenges where you felt like, oh, I'm struggling here, I'm struggling with this in terms of creating content?
Struggles. Look, as you aspire to become a better creator, there's certain things that can help you enhance your creativity. Like, obviously, having to stream all the time, there's finances that get involved, and you need to afford data to be online, to stay relevant, and sometimes you need to up your game in a sense of, getting all those things essentially that help you, like your ring lights, investing in so those are the challenges I experienced, but I knew that, okay, this is what I need to do. So those are the challenges that I kind of like got over, except for the bullying. I don't take bullies seriously. Like, that's the only, they're not a challenge. You're just watching my content. You just don't like it. That's all.
Yeah, and I think as content creators, like, if there's a creator that you don't like their content, don't follow them.
No, don't.
Right?
It's in comment. Like,
it's that simple. It's like, okay, okay, I'm scrolling. If I don't like the content, I'm just not going to follow them, because I think it's pointless kind of commenting hateful things on somebody who's worked so hard to create that content.
Because you don't know if I used my advanced airtime to buy this data, and I had to leave the office to go shoot this content, and you're just there telling me you suck. You suck, bro. So it's kind of not fair, but you learn over time to be to be strong and not take such things so hard. But one of the challenges, I don't know, maybe the need for success was also a challenge. I know it's kind of a weird thing. The need to be popular can become a challenge, because then it switches your mind in terms of what you want to do. Do you want popularity, or do you want, So there's a lot of struggles, but you have to be strong as a person. And also, having a TikTok community, people who are within the app that can help you with certain challenges that you experience. Like, when I started, I remember I used to text Nathan and Witney almost all the time. How did you do this effect? How did you do this, Nathan? How do you have 2 outfits? How did you do this? And then he'd be like, yo, bruh, just shoot, edit afterwards, wear the clothes. That's before TikTok even, upped their softwares a bit, because now you can edit online, I think. So there's a lot of challenges, but you have to just like push through them.
When did you experience the most growth? Because you started creating 2019, so this is pre-pandemic, right? Pandemic was when everyone knew that, there's this app called TikTok, and this is where it's at. So for you, how was that pandemic year? Because you already started creating in 2019, and then here comes 2020. What was that for you?
Level 5. Well, the only thing I can say is that there was time. There was plenty of time, and what scared me the most is we were comfortable before COVID, and then all the talented people were like, we're on level 5 now, we are home, so we're coming for you guys, and the people showed their talent. So I was like, Prince, this is time for you to step your game. Yes, you have a footprint here, you have a blueprint here, people know who you are, but there's talented people than you, fam, so you gotta up your game. So I think maybe winter, about a year ago, around this time, I started seeing growth. I started seeing people really being familiar, and I was like, oh, Kanjani, bro. Hey now.
Okay. So the pandemic for you, you saw growth in terms of more people, more creators joining the app, and so
Yes.
you felt like you needed to like step up and just come
Exactly.
through more.
Because I mean, back in the day, 10,000 views was a hit.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying, but 10,000 views back in the day last year, it was a hit. Then when everybody started joining the app, then your content gets, thrown at so many people. Then now the same people are on the app are not liking your stuff anymore. So, and then they just upped the bar, man. They just kept on upping the bar. And I was like, now I need 100 to know it's a good video.
Yeah.
Now 5,000 views, hey, we're okay. But hey, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Yeah. Now you spoke about something that when you were kind of trying to grow with content and learning different ways of editing and stuff like that, you used to contact other creators.
Yeah.
As a lot of growth, a lot of content creators on TikTok grew during pandemic, right? How did you build community with other TikTok creators? How were you able to like form relationships with other TikTok creators?
I think for most people who know me, they know I'm quite a forward person. I literally try and make friends with everybody. But I understand the simple concept of collaborations, and which is what most people don't get. And for me, it's like, I don't mind putting myself out there because the worst that a person can say is no.
Yeah.
Remember the don't rush challenges. So I'd be watching, there'll be popular creators, and there's other people who are consistent on the channels, but they never get followed back or anything like that. So I would reach out to those people and say, let's do the don't rush challenge. Let's collaborate on something, and that's how you grow communities. You meet people from around your area, and you get to integrate both your followers. They get yours, you get theirs, and you form a relationship. And it's like, we are content creators.
Yeah.
It's always better when it's just more than me, when there's two of us.
Absolutely. Now, guys, make sure you go follow this one over here, Mr. PD_jokes.
Not PD Jakes. Since when?
Also, let's do this. We still got some time, right? So if you have a few questions, let us know. Also, you can follow our account at the A1 Online. So let us know if you have any questions, and I'll ask him. So we're going to wrap things up. We're going to start wrapping things up with PD jokes, and we're going to bring on Witney. So that's really exciting. Okay.
I know these ones. The questions they want to ask. You guys, I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
If you have any questions, just let us know. You spoke about the fact that your content is comedy, and it's creating all these voices, all these sounds that people can use to just create their own versions of TikToks. Now, on the comedy side, did you always know you were a comedian? Did you always know you were funny?
I still don't know that even today. I still don't know if I'm funny or not. But I think it's about bringing an emotion through your art. So the emotion I'm mostly chasing after is the emotion of just joy, happiness, laughter, relatability, and say, I relate to this. I find that quite funny.
Yeah.
So that's like my thing. And I think comedy for me is personal, because that's how I communicate. They say, the funniest people are the saddest. Yeah, I'm sad-ish sometimes. No, not really. No, I'm not. So I just use comedy to just spread out good vibes, because there's a lot of sad stuff. You watch news, there's sad news all the time. The pandemic, how do you just make people laugh and forget about a problem just even for 1 second? So comedy has been that thing. But I mean, I'm interested in other things like dance too, transitions, you name them.
Okay. Now, I have to ask this because everybody who creates content, they always want to know, TikTokers, do you guys actually make money? How does that look for you guys? So for you, how was that process? Were you able to, what was the first brand you worked with actually? Like, how was that process? Did they contact you? Was it through the app? How did that work for you?
Hey man, I remember because I was waiting for a campaign for so long, and my friends are like campaigning all the time. I'm like, bro, where the campaigns at? And I think the first brand that hit me up, I think it was Liquid Fruit, but it was not through TikTok. It was because of TikTok that, there was a spotlight on me. They're like, we want this guy to create content for us. So it was through another app that I used to just kind of put myself out there as an influencer, because there's many platforms where you can register and maybe, be in line as well for whenever brands look for for influencers to kind of market their stuff. So I put myself out there. It was not TikTok directly. I was like, yo, we see you, we like you, come through, we got some for you. No, they didn't do that. So it's through the other platforms that I was able to get my first gig. Was Liquid Fruits, and I was just like swimming there, making some splashes, and I was like, well, there's money here, bro. There is money here. So let me keep going, so other brands can be like, oh, you've worked with who? Okay. You've worked with, okay, come here. Did
anyone need to help you and guide you in that area of like okay, this is how much you charge, this is how you interact with brands, and were you able to naturally figure that out, or did you have to ask other creators? How did that happen for you?
Yeah, but she's here. She's probably gonna be like, yeah, he used to phone me all the time because I mean, I used to see my friends doing campaigns all the time, so I didn't know. So hence I think these are the fruits of collaborations where you can actually get personal and ask people for advice. So my friends would advise me and say, when this happens, charge this, and sometimes not to chase a client away, don't charge so much because I know the money we want. Everybody wants to eat something. So I would ask people. So I would ask my friends and I'll be like, yo, how do you do this? How do you charge? What's your rate? Then you learn stuff. Then Rising Voices came, and then now you know stuff about media kits. You can actually brand yourself, have prices, charge. So things like that you learn over time, but only if you pursue such knowledge will come to you.
Yeah. Now, for somebody who wants to become a TikToker, if they really want to actually use the platform to boost themselves in any way possible, whether it's their skills or talents or any of that, what would you recommend for somebody joining on now? Because there's so many creators, there's so many people who now understand the formula of TikTok. So for somebody who's starting or has just started, what would you tell them?
Everyone says be authentic, be yourself, because I always use this analogy in my lives. I'm like, if you look at your thumbprint and you look at it closely, it literally is your own thumbprint. Nobody else shares that with you, which means you bring something different compared to everybody. You are is exactly what we need, because there's so much duplication of stuff that we see online. So be authentic, and if you aspire to be a content creator, then try and find out what your niche is. And if you want to take it as a career, then be serious about it, because there's opportunities here. This is literally like the next. I don't know if it's bigger than Instagram. I don't want to name drop, but it's literally a big platform. So I think that for somebody who's joining in, find yourself, find your niche, be authentic, and trust me, people don't like drama, fam. Like, listen to me. As much as you might think drama gives you views, it might, but what is it saying about your brand? When you're always involved with drama, everywhere you go, drama. So that doesn't really say, hey, follow me, I'm a cool person, because every time you come to my page, you'll be excited. Nah, it's just drama. I come there, I'm just like, yo, tea, biscuits, where you at? Type of vibe. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so just do that. Be consistent.
I'll
say be consistent and invest in your craft. I think people sometimes they want, you go viral once, then you're feeling entitled all of a sudden, like, work hard. Work hard. That's all you need to do.
Now, lastly, what was like an incredible moment that you got through TikTok, whether it was a specific brand collaboration or hitting a certain number in followers, or what was that like one thing that you felt like, oh my gosh, this is amazing?
Well, I thought you never asked. Hey, so what had happened the other day was the one and only, the beautiful Queen Sono, Her Majesty Pearl Thusi followed me. Here's the thing. I've gotten 2 million views before. Now I'm saying I've gotten 2 million views before, and that was great. But when Pearl Thusi followed me, bro, I'm on another level. I'm on another level. That was like, boy, she would never have followed you even on Mix It. But here we are. Here we are, Pearl Thusi.
Not Mix It, guys. Not Mix It.
No, we are. For me, that was like, I know people find it cute and funny that I've got this huge adoration and crush on Pearl, but it's like energies. I believe in energies. Like you project energies, and I find her career really, really amazing, and I find her work really amazing too. So me crushing towards such energy is good for me. It's good for me because I aspire to achieve some, if not all of the things that she has achieved and even beyond. So her following me says she's watched my videos, she knows I exist, and you know what? Great people know great people. So Pearl Thusi, shout out to you, girl. And you know what? I'm gonna follow you back because I wasn't following her. Legend, fam.
I can't believe. Meanwhile, I'm thinking like, okay, Pearl Thusi followed you, you followed back immediately. Can't you still haven't followed her?
No, I'm joking. I followed her before she even had the account. So hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, but for me that was great, and obviously having to, on a serious note, having to be able to put food on the table. It might not seem like a big thing because some people's goals are followers, and for me it's like, can what I do work for me and sustain the life that I live? So once I started making extra bucks there and there, and I was like, this is actually a great feeling, because it's just proof and evidence that sometimes if you put your passion, if you're passionate about something, you can literally live off it. So that's, for me, that's a great thing. And Pearl, obviously.
Yeah, amazing. And Pearl, of course. Well, Mr., thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing the knowledge with the people, guys. Make sure you follow him at PD_jokes. Jokes. I mean, okay, let's do one question. Hey guys, we're gonna try and find one question in here. Let's see. But make sure meanwhile you are following. Oh, I loved how somebody was like, oh, Mixit paved the way for us. Listen, I can't even believe somebody brought up Mixit. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a question. Okay, this is a brilliant question. Okay. So they're asking, are there any specific times to post content that are like favorable or better or anything like that?
Look, there's tricks and ways around it. If you go to I don't know if your account is pro or business, I'm not sure which one is which, but if you have an account, I think on pro, you can literally check your analytics that actually shows you graphically when most of your followers are visiting your profile. Mm-hmm. So for me, for example, I know they visit my profile between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m. in the evening, but I just post whenever. For me, I just post whenever, but yeah. So look at your analytics that just goes to tell you how much traffic is going into your page. So focus on that if you really want to capitalize and maximize on the engagement and have the algorithm on your favor.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, Mister. Again, make sure you follow him, PD_jokes. Also, shout out to the Sky Hotel. I mean, look at this. So thank you so much again. Follow him, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much for having me. You've been absolutely nothing but a great host. The A1 podcast, guys. That's where we at.
Okay, come closer so that they can see you.
Hi guys.
Hey guys, so we now have Miss Witney. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, there's a lot of people who are super excited to have you on here. Again, make sure you ask any questions. We'll hopefully get to it later on. But this is somebody who is well known on TikTok. You have, you're in the million category. You know what I mean? Like the million followers category. Witney is there. Not only that, you've been on the cover.
Yeah.
Guys, she was on the cover of Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
And so you've done some pretty amazing things.
Thank you.
So I want to dive into that. I want to find out what your journey has been like. Let's start off with, when did you join TikTok?
Okay, so I actually joined late 2018, but then my videos were all private until 2019, March-ish, April-ish, somewhere there. And then I never looked back ever since. And I think and then the video started doing so well. From there, I'll wake up and have like 300 likes. It was like amazing. I have like 1,000 views. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is happening.
Yeah.
And people don't understand the fact that it didn't happen overnight for me. Mm-hmm. I didn't have like a million followers overnight. I'll have 0 views, 0 likes on certain videos. But then, you know what? I just grew and grew and grew, and here I am now today.
How did you find out about the app? 2018.
That was late 2018. It was TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was this young lady. Her name is Thando Zanele. Shout out to Thando Zanele out there. She's the reason why I joined TikTok. She had a video that went viral, and people were like sharing it all on various platforms. And then I saw the watermark. I'm like, what?
Oh, that famous TikTok watermark does the things.
Yeah. I'm like, what is that? And then I just went and downloaded it, and it was so much fun. I loved it.
Yeah. Straight off the bat, did you start creating, or did you first, have a look? Your account was private, so were you creating, but just keeping it to the select few?
Yes, I was. I created from the first day, but then I would just share it to my WhatsApp, but keep it private on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like close friends that knew my videos. I'm like, you crazy? What are you doing? What is this? Are you serious? But yeah.
So what made you then decide to go public and remove your account from private?
I seriously do not know. I don't know why one day I just woke up and was like, you know what, let's just unprivate these videos, and I did. Yeah, and then that's when I saw like 1,000 views on the others, and the others was 0. I was like, okay, let's do this. Then I started creating more and more and more, and people were like, oh, you actually funny. I'm like, okay, all right, let's keep on creating. Yeah.
So here you are by 2019, you're public now, right?
Yeah.
Everyone can see the content you're creating.
Yes.
Were you creating a specific kind of content at that time, or you were just trying different things out?
I think from 2019 until now, I don't have a niche. I'm one creator who does not have like a specific, like you can say Witney, and you say, oh, Whitney's a amazing dancer. And like, no. I just do everything. So I try to experiment everything. I try to create videos with different languages from all over Africa, so that I can actually accommodate everyone in my audience. Yeah.
So when did you decide that this was an app that you really wanted to consistently create for because you were getting traction? When did the traction start?
I think it was 2019 when I had this video of mine where my wig just fell, and people loved it. I think that was my first viral video, and I was like, okay, now I need to keep on creating, and I fell in love with the app every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you said that video went viral,
Yeah.
what does that mean exactly? Like, what does that mean? Give me some numbers. Like, what was viral? What was the thing that shocked you? Because the thing is that as you're starting on an app, right, when you're new, like 20,000 could be viral if you're really small, right? Because you're just like, oh, wait, where did all these people come from? So for you at that time, how well did that video do?
It did really well. I think 300K. 300K views. And what really amazed me was it went global, and I could see people from different kinds of world. I'm like, okay, so this is what actually happens on TikTok. It's not really South African based audience. Like, you exposed to the USA, like to everywhere. Like, you just exposed. Yeah.
So here you are, you're creating, you go viral, you then decide, all right, I'm going to do this more often. What did your family, your friends say this whole time? Because, guys, okay, so there's this video that you did with Umpo.
Yeah.
Umpo_pink. We love her. Shout out to Umpo.
Shout out.
And in the video, Umpo tells us her age. And then you tell us your age.
Yes.
And I was like, what, girl, you're grown. You're grown, but I love this. So I'm so curious. What did your family and friends think about it?
They thought, I remember my other friends will say, you're not serious. No one's ever going to take you serious with what you're doing. Because they'll say, you're silly. That's at your age. Why are you doing stuff like that? And all of that. They'll oh my gosh, But then they didn't understand. My family didn't even know what TikTok is or what happens on TikTok. But I think it changed when I started getting campaigns, and then I'll ask them to help me film, and then they'll okay, we'll help you film. Where do you want us to go? What do you want us to do? So I think that's when they started to say, okay, something is going on.
Yeah.
And
then when did they realize, oh no, Witney is not just having fun with her phone. Witney is out here getting millions of people as part of her community.
Yeah.
When did it start becoming something that you really took seriously, and that, let's say, your family, for example, recognized that this is a platform that could really change a lot of things for you?
I think for me it was the cover of Cosmopolitan. Because I was like, this is my first ever cover feature, and it's Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
That for me, that was crazy. I remember when I saw the email from the editor, I screamed. I was on the floor. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you sure? I had to call her and ask if this is real or if it was a prank. She's like, no, Witney, this is true. We want you to come down to Cape Town and then we can do the whole shoot and all of that. So that's when I realized, oh my God, there's so much that we can accomplish through TikTok.
Yeah. Sure. Talk to me about that experience. The cover of a magazine, right?
Yeah.
So it was you and two other TikTokers. And walk us through the experience of being flown over to Cape Town and walk us through it. We want to know.
It was amazing. Everything was so organized. They had planned everything from the get-go. Everything. It was amazing. From the shoot, the people we met, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Now, this was also early 2020.
Yeah.
So you guys shot it, I think, in 2019.
Yeah.
But it came out
In April. It was an April feature, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so obviously now you were already on the cover of a magazine before the pandemic. Like you're already gaining a lot of traction on the platform.
Yeah.
So what happened when the pandemic took place? For your account, for you as a TikTok creator, did you see a difference in
Major. It was massive. Especially that's when I started working with a lot of campaigns. That was through the pandemic. They will come and just say, "Can you please just do this for us so that you can just make people smile during this pandemic? Just do this, you know." And I started working so much. I was so overwhelmed. In May, I was so overwhelmed. I didn't even know what to do. I was still figuring out, what do I do? Is this okay? Now I have like 7 brands that I need to post in 1 week, and I'm like, oh gosh, what do I do? But then it really changed so much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk me through that stage when you have so many brands contacting you now. Also, quickly, were those brands all local or some international as well?
It was 30% international, 70 South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in managing all of that, because here comes this influx of brands wanting to work with you, how did you handle that?
Oh my God.
Did you have people that you could talk to? And because you were an early adopter, you were one of the people who kind of jumped on the app really early. So sometimes that means that you experienced things before a lot more people.
Yes.
So how did you handle that?
My boyfriend really helped me in terms of costing, and that's something that I still struggle with until even today. I struggle with costing. He helped me with that. He helped me with filming. He helped me with everything. When I was overwhelmed, it's like, okay, no, let me write down for you. Start with this one because it's due tomorrow, and then you can just figure out and just, you know. So he really helped me to manage everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And then as you keep going, as 2020 is 20 or was 2020, did you see your numbers grow? Because, for example, you are, last I checked, like 1.9, like
It's 1.9.
just under 2 million, right?
Yeah.
Where did you see the most growth?
It was
your
during the
TikTok?
pandemic. I think I hit 1 million in last year, July. So it grew so much because there was a lot of traffic. I think people were not busy, they were not working, so they all came to the app, and I think that's when I actually started seeing so much growth. But then the major one, it was when I did the catwalk video that I think I got like 300,000 followers in a week.
Wow.
With that one, that was major for me.
I mean, 300,000 followers in 1 week is not a small thing. That is pretty amazing.
Yeah. It was very big, that one.
Yeah. Okay, so the pandemic rolls around, you're creating content, you're growing, you're working with brands.
Yeah.
Is this officially your full-time job?
Yeah, it is. Right now it is. I think 90% is brand influencing, and then the 10% I'm actually studying because I want to be an interior designer.
Nice.
Yeah. So I want to do that as well.
So we're going to start seeing some Witney home
design
TikTok
content.
videos.
Yes.
Is that what you want to now start creating?
Yeah, because I think I have the platform to showcase my talent in what I really, really love doing. Yeah.
That's amazing. So now I've noticed from chatting to a few other creators, TikTok creators, that by growing on TikTok, they were able to grow on other platforms as well. Did you also see that kind of engagement and growth because of TikTok?
Yeah, I think I had like 200 followers on Instagram, and now I have 125. So which is something, because on Instagram it's really hard to just blow up like TikTok. It's not as easy. So I think having TikTok followers, they go on Instagram and follow me as well, which really helped as well.
Yeah, sure. What for you? What has been, besides Cosmo, because I think that is like the most amazing one ever. But what have been other experiences that you've really enjoyed and opportunities that you got because of TikTok?
Oh, it's a lot. Where do I even start? It's a lot. And every day for me, every time when I look at my email, I'm like, no ways. No ways. But there's something that's actually big that's coming up. Unfortunately, I signed an NDA. I'm so sorry. But it's going to be major, very big. But it's a lot, especially working with campaigns for me. And the fact that it's campaigns that I really, really love, and most of them, they are on my vision board. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to work with you. And then I'm like, okay, now you just making my dream come true. It's a one step at a time. Yeah.
Now, before TikTok, what was your life like? Were you studying? Were you working? Like, what exactly were you doing?
I had a 9 to 5. I had a 9 to 5, people, and I resigned. I resigned because it was actually, there was so much, it was not working out. So now I had to choose what's actually working right now, because I want to focus more on what's working and build my brand, and also have like 100% focus on one thing. Because my 9 to 5, because I was in finance, it took a lot from me, that I would sometimes I couldn't focus on the brand work. I didn't give it my all. So I was like, I need to focus on this. And another thing was that I checked, you have to check how much am I making in 4 weeks, and how much can I make with just one brand. And then I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not, I'm sorry, but it's not worth it anymore, you know. Yeah.
So you resigned from your job when?
I actually resigned last year, December.
Oh, wow.
November for December, but I actually left in March.
This year?
Yeah.
They kept you on. They were like, no, we're not leaving you.
No, you can't go now. You know, so I was like, okay, no, it's fine. I'll be helping out here and there. But then I was like, no, I need to focus now. I need to focus.
So that means that this whole time, when you started TikTok in 2018, when you were on the cover of Cosmo, when you were shooting the cover in 2019, on the cover in April 2020, this whole time, even through a pandemic, you still had a full-time job.
Yeah. With all those brands through the pandemic, I had a 9 to 5, and we were working. I used to work like 17 hours sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was really hard for me to juggle the media stuff and corporate. It didn't really. It was not blending. It was not blending at all. Yeah.
So did you go to university for finance?
No. I went to college. I studied financial management, which is, I think, the nated courses, which is 1 year, 6 months, and then you go do your practicals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, does that still influence what you do now?
Yeah, in terms of finances, it has a big impact. I know how to. I know if okay, let's say a brand comes to me, I know no, we're not.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No, let's.
So you're not like so you mean in terms of negotiating with them and stating your rate and how much you're worth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now, Petey Joke said something earlier. He said that when he used to struggle, he would contact you and be like, Witney, help me out. And I guess because you were somebody who joined the platform pretty early, did you experience a lot of that? Did you have a lot of other TikTok creators being like, Witney, help?
I do, and I love it because I feel like we didn't plan to be brand influencers. I think 100% of us on TikTok that joined in 2019, we didn't plan that we were going to blow up. I was going to be on a cover of a magazine. No. It was just something that we're doing for fun. So that's why charging is so hard. It's so hard. But then we have a community where, we need to ask. I have this brand and they want me to do this much. How much do you think I need to charge? Then we talk from there.
Yeah.
And
I think it's super important for creators to have that community, right? So firstly, you have your community with the audience, right? You have a community with the people who watch and engage with you. But then you also need like-minded creators because to support in those kind of conversations. True. And so how were you able to still keep that community through a pandemic, through a 9 to 5, a TikTok booming career. How are you able to still keep those relationships, I guess, going?
I think it's because we all have the same goals. You know, we want to do well, and I'm very protective with my circle. I don't just want to, just because you're on TikTok, you know, I need to know that I can trust you, and you know, and we can help each other. So I think the people that are in my circle right now, they've been there for me when I needed them, you know, and also the same for them. I'm there for them when they need me. So so I think that's how we've kept our little community.
Yeah.
But I wish to collaborate with as many creators out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
For those who see what you do, they aspire to create like you create, and they're just joining the platform and creating, what advice would you give? I'm going to look for questions. Meanwhile, what advice would you give?
To new creators is trust in the process. You know, if your videos are not doing well, just keep posting. Don't lose hope. You'll never know. Sometimes you just need that one video that can just go viral, and then you have a lot of followers, and then you just start to, you know, do your thing from there. But just trust the process, and be you, and don't be in a competition with anyone.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, and just you know what, do the most.
Do the most. Now there's a question, I mean, it's not really a question, but it did inspire a question. There's a comment here that says, always protect your space and your peace. Yeah. Now I actually want to know from you, as somebody who has a really large community, you know, PD Joke said earlier that sometimes you can get like, you know, nasty comments or things like that. So how do you protect your space and your community online on this platform that has huge reach?
Yeah.
How do you protect your space and your peace?
I think there's something that people don't know, because I actually receive a lot of hate, but people don't really say it because I delete it so fast. I'm like, as soon as I see something, I'm like, delete, go. I don't want to say it. You know. But what I do is I think I love myself so much to the point that hate comments don't do anything, you know. But there was one that hit me. The person said, you must hang yourself. I don't know, you think you've made it. I actually cried. It's like, I actually cried. And I wanted to make like a video and just laugh at the comment. But then as soon as I looked at it and I read it again, I just started crying. Like, how could you be so... But what I do is I delete. That's how I protect my space. And because I feel like once one person says something bad about you on the comment, everybody will do the same. Yeah. You know, they'll just go and say, oh, yeah. And then they start doing that. And I'm one person who does not love drama. I hate entertaining drama. And I'm one person, like, if there's drama, just stay over there. Away. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to do anything. So, but that's how I protect my peace. And I think TikTok did a very good thing with that delete comment thing. I love it. It's amazing. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad that you delete. That's great, because you do have to protect your peace. And unfortunately, people who comment like that, I don't know, we're not going to talk about you because, you know, we want to say nice things about everyone.
Yeah.
And so we're going to wrap things up now, and then we want to get one last question. Let's see. How long was it till you started getting, because essentially the question, guys, was how long till you make it? And like you said, there's not necessarily a time for everyone. It's different with every single person.
Yeah.
And because you an early adopter, you started really early, your growth, would you say, was a little different from those who maybe joined on later on?
I think it was very different and very slow. But because, oh my gosh, yeah, it was. There's a very big difference with the creators that are joining now and creators that joined late 2018, early, because I think in 2019 that's when it was actually localized in South Africa. I don't know. I think so. I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then before it was more of like a global,
Yeah.
but then I guess especially as creators, South African creators, you want to know that you're actually speaking to other South Africans, right?
Yeah.
And so the localization of that, I'm sure, really helped in like...
It did. And I love the fact that when I check my analytics, it's like 100, there's a lot of South Africans. So I'm like, I'm happy, that's a good thing. Because also when you do brands, they want to see your insights. Because if it's a brand in South Africa and you have 98% USA, like, no, then why are we collaborating?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so I think that's why I love South Africa.
Okay. Oh, there's a question. Where are you guys? We are at the amazing Sky Hotel. Guys, can you see this?
gorgeous.
It is beautiful. Let's get PD Jokes back in here. I feel like we're going to start wrapping things up. So let's get him back in here to just tie things up with a nice bow.
Yes.
But yeah, we are at... Oh, there they are. Look, they even commented, guys. You see Hotel Sky SA. That's a hotel we're in. Go give them a follow. Go give them a follow. So again, thank you, Witney, for sharing. That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Make sure you follow everyone, guys. There's PD_jokes. There is Miss Witney 8. I am the A1 online. You can follow the Hotel Sky SA. And I'm sure you're already following TikTok South Africa, just show them some love, show them some love. So thank you so much to every single person who asked a question, who was part of this live. The replay, which is exciting, you can actually watch this afterwards. It's going to be live this coming week on Thursday. It's going to be live on the A1 with Moyin on YouTube and on podcast platforms. So you can listen to the conversations again. You can watch the replay. And a major shout out to TikTok South Africa and Rising Voices. We had an incredible time. And to the Sky Hotel, a massive, massive, massive thank you. Everyone have a great Saturday and love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Johnny.